Oh man, as long as I can bring this shit up without going into a fucking emotional black hole, I'm okay with it. I think I'm doing really good today in that respect. But they just had on the news. You've got pretty much. They've got the data to back it up. Pretty much in the areas that voted for Trump, that are voting Republican. These are the areas that are getting hit hardest by COVID right now. The math is in there. It's not an opinion. It's not a theory. It's not even a conspiracy theory. It's not even a regular theory. It's a fact. They've got the numbers to back it up. And I just gotta say to the people in Indiana that are trying to make my dreams come true, thank you very much. I think it was on Rachel Maddow's show last night. She brought on a doctor. I think he's a pulmonary doctor from Indiana, and apparently they've got 14,000 active ICU cases of COVID right now. If it might be just 14,000, and he said normally we got like 10,000. We've got like 14,000. And it's mostly COVID. And he said, the vast majority, something like 85, 90%, 95% of the cases, depending on where you are in the state, they're all unvaccinated people. And God bless their heart, the Republicans in the legislature there are trying to make it illegal to mandate that employees get vaccinated. They're trying to make it illegal for employers to force employees to get vaccinated if they want to keep their job. Now, normally, I would be sitting there going, that is like the dumbest fight. If you want to kill your constituents, that's the way to do it. Well, you know what? I'm okay with that in Indiana. Because of what happened to me that actually kind of puts me in a fucking cheerful mood. But, because I reported what happened to the FBI. Apparently they didn't seem to find anything, and I'm not bitter about that. I told them what I knew. I didn't have any illusion that it was, cracking the case type of information, but it's what I knew, what I suspected, what they could look up. And, so if COVID wipes those fucking people out, that might be the only way I'll get justice on this. I'm being completely serious. I don't think my health is showing no signs of getting better. Even if I still had health care, I'm not sure it would get better. They just might be able to manage some of the symptoms better. But I just gotta say, I'm okay with that. Because this guy was like desperate. This is like a doctor. He's dealing with the fallout of human trash of these fucking inbred sister fuckers down there in Indiana. I mean, he really is. And he's sitting there, and she asked him I think it was Rachel Maddow. She asked him like what I can't remember how she worded it very carefully, and I can't remember. She said, "Well, what's the outcome you're hoping for, or what's the best you can expect?" And he said, "The best thing that I could expect right now is just to fucking do nothing." He basically, the guy sounded desperate, man. And I'm not kidding. That really raised my spirits when I saw that. But he's like, "I just hope they do nothing." And she goes, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Look, I've got different expectations." He goes, "If you're asking me what the best thing they could do," he goes, "the best thing they could do would be to embrace these mandates." He goes, the best thing for them to do would be to take the federal mandates that are coming down and embrace them and go further. He goes, "It would be great that if at the state level they said, you know what, the federal mandate is for anybody with anybody with more than a certain amount of employees has to go along." He goes, at the state level, he goes, if you want to know what the best thing they could do, it would be for them to mandate at the state level You know, even if you have a smaller company, because we'll pay for it, we'll get it paid for. But he goes, just mandate if they have a smaller company, everybody has to be vaccinated. He goes, you know, they could maybe decide that everybody has to be vaccinated. He goes, that would be the best thing they could do. It would save lives. But he goes, if you're asking me what I'm hoping for, he goes, right now, he goes, from what I've seen coming out of this local government down here in this state, he goes, I just hope they don't fuck it up. You know, he didn't word it that way. Because I'm just hoping they just leave it alone. Stay the hell out of the way. Don't get involved. Stay the hell out of the way. He goes, that's the best. That's what I'm kind of hoping for right now. Instead of making it worse, just don't make it any worse. I don't think they're capable of making it better, but just please don't make it any worse than what it is. And I'm just like, dude, man, hey, if they want to set the people up in that state to die, let them alone. Leave them alone. This is chlorine for the gene pool. You know, this is natural selection. This is the bottom of the fucking food chain. Get out of the way. We're flushing the shallow end of the gene pool right now. Just get the fuck out of the way.